Great day to go outside to the park, and you will even find the Metro Parks. I'm surprised there's not more people out there, but I'm pretty sure that once those temperatures start to warm up, we'll have quite a few folks. But you can bet the Metro Parks are going to be busy when we look at that extended forecast, and loving though the sun that we have just pouring in to downtown Toledo. Maybe you're going to go golfing this afternoon. If that's the case, you are going to have an A-OK forecast. I'm not sure on your game. I'll let you decide on that one, but we'll have those 60s here towards that midday, and then towards the afternoon and evening for those later tea times, you'll find that we get close to that 70-degree mark. But no matter what time you go, we have sunglasses weather, so don't forget your favorite ball cap before you head out on that cart and hit the links. Now, as far as the rainfall, pretty quiet here. We still have high pressure in place, but you can see it becomes a little more active towards the west. A few more showers there, just switching between the western portion of the country. Watching this system off towards our north, this rainfall that we have, this is going to be what moves into town for us tomorrow. So you can see we have quite a bit of distance before it gets here. Plenty of time. Today going to be completely dry. It's tomorrow that we bring some rain into the forecast. So here's that system. Actually, the center of the storm is going to stay towards our north. We have this cold front, though, with the rain out ahead of it. That is going to be moving in for us later. So we will be watching this cold front. You'll find that it takes all day to get at least a little bit closer, but by tomorrow morning, still pretty quiet out the door, dry weather at the bus stop, and then you will find that that rain starts to push in into the afternoon. Best chance for these showers you're going to find around 7, 8, 9 o'clock as that cold front starts to finally push in. Like I said, that rainfall will be out ahead of it, and there's not a lot of severe weather in this line. Maybe a rumble of thunder at best. We will be looking at some downpours in some of those pockets, but otherwise we're not anticipating stronger storms along that rain line. Once that cold front passes, you'll have dry weather for the weekend, so that'll be perfectly timed. Now, it has been pretty dry here lately, so if you need to knock some dust or at least get that pollen out of the air, rain totals are not going to have a big splash. We're going to be looking at a quarter, maybe up towards a half inch for some of us. And if you're east of 75, you're going to have the best chance for seeing some of those higher amounts of rainfall. So overall, many of us are going to be under that inch, even quite a few of us, mainly in southeast Michigan too, going to be staying under even a half inch. So it's not a big soaker, but of course, as we watch some of those more heavier downpours roll in, keep an eye to radar on Friday. That's going to be into the evening, but even that rain, you can watch that start to approach. Use the WTOL 11 weather app to your advantage and make sure you're staying ahead of the weather, and of course keeping an eye on that forecast as new data continues to roll in. That's a free download. All you have to do is search WTOL 11 weather and you can get that app straight on your devices. Now for today, we had a little bit of a frosty start for some of us. The lows at the Toledo Express Airport measured at 36 degrees this morning. That's quite a bit different from where we should be. We should normally be seeing lows into the lower 50s. So it was a chilly start to say the least, but at least we're getting closer to those highs. Today we're forecasting the high to be around 71. So we're going to have a lot of work to do, but with the sun and hopefully a little more warmth coming in, we'll get close to some average temperatures. Thankfully, we didn't replace that morning low set back in 1973 of 30 degrees. We were close. We were at least kind of in the range, but we did not replace that record. Now your sunset, that's going to be at 8:51 p.m. and we will hold the sun all the way through that as we go into your evening. Now current temperatures in Toledo at 60 degrees here at the lunch hour, but you're going to find more heat towards our south, and where we're watching that system, you can see behind it, it's a little bit cooler. So that means with that front passing on Friday night, Saturday, going to be a little bit cooler, but I do see a little more rebound in our forecast across the country. Now high temperatures, though we kind of flop between the 70s, 60s, 70s, 60s to kind of get us through the weekend and early next week. Wednesday, we turn the corner. Here's some red, here's some 80s. So for those of you who have been looking for some sun in the forecast and even some summer, you're going to find that as we get closer to next weekend. So just be ready to go that it might be some air conditioning season. Right now we have the windows open, but we may be hitting the AC units as we get towards the later half of next week. Eyeing the weekend forecast, since that's getting closer, and like I said, Saturday is going to be a little bit cooler behind the cold front. You'll have 68 for your high. It'll still be dry and we'll have some sun, but we're bringing more sun in on Sunday and a bit warmer as well, as those highs are going to be around 76 degrees. A great forecast to get out and about this weekend and enjoy a lot of local flair, those activities. There's a lot going on. Now the extended forecast, we do have that rain chance on Friday night. Again, keep that in mind for your evening plans. That cools us down to 68 on Saturday. Then we're up to the 70s. Like I said, we flop back and forth, but no rain for the weekend. And even next week, not a lot to talk about here. Pretty quiet. We'll have plenty of sun, high pressure in place. And that really, though, is going to allow those 80s to turn up too into our forecast. So though it gets quiet, make sure you keep an eye on when that heat's going to approach with the WTOL 11 weather app. And of course, continue to check back in here on WTOL 11+.